Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Mike, and in this video I will analyze my race run at the FIRST Revolution Enduro race of the year in Glorietta, New Mexico. This video is specifically on stage 3 of the race, but stay tuned to my channel for more race analyses later this week. For some background, Revolution Enduro is an enduro-style mountain bike race where the downhill stages are timed and the uphills are not. This race covered 4,500 vertical feet over 21 miles. This is my first ever big enduro race, and I'm really stoked just to have finished it. That being said, I want to learn from my mistakes, and I want others to learn too. Let's get into it.
Whenever you're ready.
Alright, I'm gonna give him like 10 more seconds, and then...
Cool, good run.
Nice. The stage starts with a very pedally section. What I mean by this is that it's really up to you on how fast you want to go. The harder you pedal, the faster you'll go. My only advice to my future self here would just be to really give it my all. This is a shorter stage in the scheme of things, and I definitely had energy left in my legs to push harder here. My arms, however, at the end of this were very tired. My first big mistake was not entering this corner wide and exiting the speed. You'll see I lost dang near all my speed here. What I need to do in the future is just make sure I'm entering all those tight little corners as wide as I possibly can so I can exit with as much speed as possible. I don't really know what's going on here. It looks like I'm kind of just half-assing it. I know I can go faster than this, so I just need to remind myself to push a little bit. That feature back there was the first hard feature of the course. I need to remind myself to give myself some props on this race run because although my time wasn't great, I'm pretty proud of some of the features I hit. That one back there tripped up a lot of people in practice and I just glided right over it in the run. I absolutely love the energy these guys are bringing, cheering people on the uphill. Though the run is only a minute in, I'm already dog tired. This right here is the capstone feature of Jagged X. I think it's why they call it Jagged X. I was psyched out by this hard in practice and had to do a few run-ups before I actually hit it, so I'm really proud of myself for just gliding over it. It honestly felt like nothing. At this point, I'm breathing hard, but I'm kind of cruising. I wouldn't give myself too much poor feedback here besides, you know, just the normal be faster. A more minor point here, you can see I kind of entered that corner a bit on the inside and a big uphill comes right after it, so I lost a lot of speed and wasted a lot of energy having to pedal harder than I needed to on this uphill. I probably could have taken that corner back there flat out if I just entered wide. That's kind of becoming the theme of this stage. That corner was actually pretty good though. This whole race, I was erring on the side of being conservative and trying not to crash because this is my first big one ever and I just want to finish. That drop was a little sketchy. It's just because my bike is so long I was able to do it, but I definitely could have had a little better form there and like pushed the bike out and landed flat. So this rock garden might not look like much on GoPro, but it's actually really freaking hard. The problem is it's not super steep, so you can't just monster truck over everything. Like you really have to pick your line carefully. I did that one back there pretty well, except I got caught up by a little rock.
I'm behind you, but you got pull over.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
This rider looked pretty tired anyways, so I think he might have been pulling over there regardless. I didn't need to brake there. So that feature was actually meant to be a gap, and there was a beeline to the left around it, but I just rolled the gap instead. I took this rock garden line pretty well. I got really tripped up on it in practice, actually. I think one thing that would help in these rock gardens is if I try to pedal at every opportunity I can get, just so I have more speed for them and I can kind of monster truck over the rocks. I shouldn't be on the brakes here once again.
Rider!
It was good that I came off the brakes right there. Once again, I need to just trust myself on the bike and get off the brakes for that rock garden.
Oh no! Oh.
Yeah, so that was just an error in taking the wrong line, and it's hard to scout out this course. That on practice I did this one. I think I just need to like take notes on my GoPro and really study the course ahead of time. I took that corner really poorly. I scrubbed all my speed just in time for the exit, which is exactly the opposite of what you want to do. I need to be pedaling here too and just kind of riding this guy's ass, I think.
Yeah. Whenever you got a sec. Yeah, thank you.
I could probably be a little less polite there, actually. I got past a bunch of times on stage 1 and people were just screaming rider as loud as they could. I didn't think it's offensive at all because it's a race, so I should do that next time. I think my flow right here is pretty good. That rock garden back there was pretty big, so I didn't want to hit it with too much speed. I could have hit it faster in hindsight though, but I played it safe.
Oh boy.
I did a little front tire drift there, which isn't what you want to do. If you're a little better than I am, you can just jump off that rock on the right. This is where the run got the hardest, in my opinion, because it's a bunch of flattish rock gardens.
God damn it.
Right there was a case of either not having enough speed or just not picking the right line. I needed to go to the left or be putting in pedal strokes to just be able to plow over that. Unfortunately, it made for a really awkward re-entry because I couldn't just enter on my bike. Instead, I had to walk past the rock garden and then get back on my bike. I didn't have nearly enough speed to hit the feature on the left, which was about a 10-foot gap, so I went around and took the beeline. Right here, I gotta be pedaling hard. I should know it's the end of the course and just be giving it my all. The only thing holding me back was I was a little bit nervous about overexerting myself and just not having the strength to like keep myself up. But I have to remember that if it's expected that it takes around 5 minutes to complete the course, then I should be giving it my all when I'm like 4/5 of the way through the course. I also know there are no more big features left, so that's just one more reason why I need to be pedaling my butt off right now. There's no point in saving strength because there's nothing really left to save strength for. And that's the end of the course. I'm pretty happy with how I hit that rock drop, actually. You can't hit it with too much speed or you drop to flat.
Oh, God.
It's something I did see some racers doing, but I didn't want to risk the drop to flat. Anyways, if I had to sum up like 3 things that I should take away from that race, the first thing is that I need to be entering my corners wide whenever possible. Obviously, it's not possible to scout out every single corner on every single stage because the stages are just so long, but when in doubt, brake early and enter wide so you don't leave the turn with 0 speed and having to waste energy and waste time pedaling out. The second thing I would say I learned is that I really need to get in pedal strokes when you get into those flat or even uphill rock gardens. Those are all about carrying as much momentum as possible, and I need to be using energy. I need to be trying to absorb the rocks, hopping, popping, and pedaling, so I can get over them and not waste time like getting off the bike and having to spend a bunch of energy walking to find a point where I can re-enter the course. There were a few other minor takeaways that I had, but honestly, let's keep it simple and stop at 2. I think simplicity is best when you're learning, and it's easy to get overwhelmed and criticize every little mistake. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. I honestly don't expect these videos to be too popular. They're mostly for me and a place for me to take notes and share with others what I learned during racing and kind of track my progression over the years. And yeah, if you did enjoy, please consider liking or subscribing to the channel. Peace.